Following his triumphant rise to power, Fidel Castro set out to transform Cuba into a socialist state. His vision promised sweeping reforms and a society based on equality and justice. But what was life really like under Castro's rule? One of Castro's most lauded achievements was his overhaul of healthcare and education. Cuba's healthcare system became one of the best in the world, offering free universal medical care to all citizens. Similarly, education was made accessible to everyone, dramatically improving literacy rates across the country. Beyond healthcare and education, Castro implemented housing and labor policies aimed at reducing inequality. New housing projects provided homes for the poor, and labor laws were designed to protect workers' rights. These ambitious policies came with their own set of challenges. How would Castro's government manage the growing economic pressures? The economic landscape under Castro was fraught with difficulties. The U.S. embargo, imposed in the early 1960s, severely crippled Cuba's economy, cutting off a major trading partner and access to essential goods. In response, Castro sought to diversify Cuba's economy and reduce its dependence on sugar exports. However, these efforts were often undermined by inefficiencies and mismanagement. The reliance on Soviet aid provided some relief, but it also tied Cuba's fate to the whims of another superpower. As the economic situation worsened, how would the Cuban people cope with the growing scarcity and hardship? Castro's regime maintained tight control over political opposition. Dissent was swiftly and often brutally suppressed, with many opponents imprisoned or exiled. The media was tightly controlled, ensuring that only the government's narrative prevailed. Despite these repressive measures, discontent simmered beneath the surface. In 1980, the Mariel boatlift saw over 125,000 Cubans flee to the United States, seeking freedom and better opportunities. This mass emigration highlighted the deep-seated frustrations and challenges within Castro's Cuba. As Castro's grip on power tightened, the question remained: what would be the long-term impact of his policies on Cuban society? Would the gains in healthcare and education outweigh the costs of economic hardship and political repression?